Good morning, boys. Cheers. Hope you're all doing well. Miss you guys, but we'll see you soon. More info on that later. And yesterday was the best day of my life, and I never thought things would be this good again. But sometimes when God puts these horrific, terrible, miserable challenges in your way, life will seem insurmountable, things will seem unattainable, but when you push through these challenges, there really is paradise on the other side. And boys, we are in fact in paradise right now. Things are great, things are going great, and I never thought things would go this good for me ever again. I feel human, I feel happy, and I just feel very positive about everything going on in my life. And I can honestly say, even though this break is soon coming to an end, it was a great decision on my part to get away from everything and really focus on the fundamentals of life and getting back to center. Now, time to do my favorite thing, bitch about retards on the internet. And today's retard is none other than Pokimane. Yeah, man, this chick is so fucking dumb, it's insane. We got so much shit to talk about, what it means, what she did, and how this affects the youth of our society in the years to come. Well, let's talk about all this shit. Pokimane, everyone's favorite Yas, girl boss, has been on a roll lately. Even just a week ago, she put out a tweet called, "Man, I'm so tired of the drama. I miss when Twitch streaming was about gaming." Okay, first of all, if you want Twitch to be about gaming, then pull up a fucking video game and play it. It's not fucking hard. Second of all, that's very rich coming from the woman who was calling people the N-word, based, by the way, as well as farming gooners for engagement for the past, 8 years. Pokimane, let's just be real. If you didn't have a huge ass, you wouldn't have a career. And I'm just going to be the guy to say it. We're all thinking it, and that's the goddamn truth. Anyways, she goes yesterday, and she does the unthinkable. I didn't think women in the United States could get any more pretentious, but holy fuck, here we are in 2025. I got so much shit to talk about this shit, it's insane. So she posts a video where, and I shit you not, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen this, my God, I recommend you avoid it to avoid getting the cancer from merely watching this, where she goes and she buys an engagement ring for herself as some yes, girl boss, you go girl, and all the little Pokimane simps in her comments oh my God, yes, you don't need no man. Yes. Very homophobic, by the way, assuming only a man can get a woman a ring. What's going on here, guys? Maybe I'm not the only bigot. So she buys an engagement ring for herself and says the quote of, I was always waiting for a man to get me one of these, but, there's one thing I'm going to be married to the longest. It's myself. So I bought myself an engagement ring. Oh, Jesus, I want to fucking puke. It was ridiculous. Pokimane bought an engagement ring for herself as some, super pro woman. Look at how empowered I am. I don't need no man bullshit. My God. Holy fuck. Can we just stop with all this men are evil, white men are terrible? I mean, good fucking Lord. Even I was brainwashed by this shit. At least, 5, 6 years ago, I used to be in a relationship where my partner didn't cook, didn't clean, didn't pay for any bills, and we did not have sex at all. None. Legit. And here I am thinking, man, I'm being such a great guy. I'm being such a great guy because I'm making sure that this woman knows that they're appreciated. I was just a bitch. The internet had brainwashed me into being a bitch. And that's just the truth. And there are so many people who are like this. I remember I used to feel bad while I'm paying for all the bills, hiring maids to clean, hiring chefs to cook, while my partner does nothing, while I'm paying for everything, while this person just plays TFT and does fucking nothing helping me at all, and then I would still feel bad asking for a fucking cup of water. I mean, Jesus. Holy fuck, what COVID did to my mental was make me a fucking pussy. Jesus. Oh my God, I even used to buy into that transgender shit too. That was ridiculous. Holy fuck. Well, thankfully I'm breaking free from these shackles and undoing the torment that all of the fucking COVID did to me. But we got to a point where somewhere white women, liberal women, far left women have gotten underneath the impression where if your husband asks you to do anything, if your husband asks you to be loyal to them, if your husband isn't paying for everything, if your husband isn't doing everything in the world for you, they're abusing you, they're raping you. And that's literally how people think. There are these women who think just because they're a woman, right? Once again, I'm not saying all women, right? I'm just saying there are some women, and you probably know them, where they think they're the prize by merely just existing. And this whole trend has been perpetuated by Twitter. Go to Twitter right now, and I want you to type in the phrase girl failure. Look it up. Look up girl failure. Now, I want to show you what won't pull up any results, the term boy failure. And let me tell you why that is. Girl failures are people who think they deserve love and praise just because they're a woman while they have no accomplishments whatsoever. Men, boys, young men, they are trying to get you to think that you need to be on your hands and knees every fucking day serving these people just because they're women. Holy fuck. The idea of a 50-50 working relationship is now considered abuse in the big 2025. Oh my God. You asked for your partner to pay for half the bill? Oh my God. You asked for your partner to clean the fucking dishes? Oh my God. You fucking asked your fucking wife to vacuum the floor? Holy shit, you might as well be beating them with the fucking battle axe. I mean, this shit is crazy. It is. There are so many young men who are being brainwashed and manipulated to being their wife's fucking slave, to where if you don't do everything they fucking ask and expect nothing in return, you're an abusive person. And guys, I know we've all seen this shit. Now I'm gonna tell you some things that I've learned over my 31 years of being an adult. And I feel like I have a lot more life experience than the majority of streamers. I feel like the majority of streamers' life experience is they were 16, they played video games their entire life, they got lucky, blew up on the internet, and that's pretty much their whole life. They stay at home and play video games all fucking day, or they had their entire career handed to them by one of their fucking parents. Now, I'll be real. If you've been following me for a while, you realize that I have worked for everything I've ever gotten. I never got any fucking break. The big breaks that I supposed to get actually caused me a lot more turmoil than success. And yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't owe anybody shit for anything, and that's the bottom fucking line. Yeah, I worked my ass off for this. As well as, man, my life was very shit back in the day. I'm gonna tell you guys some shit that you need to hear. The number one thing where you can tell if the woman or man is right for you is very simple. It's not how much money they make. It's not how they look. It's not about how good they can suck dick. It's not how good they can eat ass. Those are great bonuses. Those are great bonuses. The number one thing, and this is the truth, the number one thing is if when you look at them, you say, I'm proud that they're my partner. Being proud of your partner is so incredibly important. And I myself, I haven't really had too much relationship experience. I even had a relationship out of an obligation just to get a green card before. That went on for much longer than I should have let it go on for. I have never really felt proud of my partner until today. And I will say, it is such a euphoric feeling, not being embarrassed to show them to, your relatives, to your friends. And when you're out in public, you're happy that they're there. because I cannot tell you how humiliating it is to have a partner where they're just retarded. And you got together with somebody because you're bored, and then all of a sudden you don't really know how to get out of this relationship, and you realize, oh fuck, this person fucking sucks. Yeah, you should just have one simple thing that you look for, and is, are you proud to call them your partner? This will really open your eyes. When you go around your friends, do you want to bring them? When you go to talk to your family, do you want to talk about them? When they're standing by your side, are you happy to be standing by them? And it seems so obvious to some of you. To some of you, that concept might seem so obvious, but to a lot of you, it's not. And I know it's not. And a lot of you might be having a realization of, oh no, I don't feel that way at all. And I really want you to think why that is. Now, it's getting harder and harder to be proud of who you are in a relationship with due to the content that your female, specifically female, companions are digesting. Now, I'm not going to lie that incel content for men is now higher than ever, which I consume quite a lot of, and I think it's hilarious, to be honest, but I don't take it seriously. But there are some people who think that women are like dogs and like they don't deserve respect. And why the fuck would I waste my time with any of these fucking women when I can just be gay and have sex with my homies? When in reality, women are great, men are great, but it's when they have a perfect working relationship is when it works the best. Now, when is that? I'm a very old-fashioned type of guy. I believe in a traditional type of relationship because it's worked for hundreds of thousands of years, and it will continue to work for hundreds of thousands of years. However, with more rise of women being told, if you have a kid, your life is completely over. First of all, shut the fuck up. Having a child with someone you love and finding someone to marry, someone that you love and you're proud of, is the most beautiful thing that you can do in this entire human existence that we live. There's a lot of women saying, Jesus, stop me if you know what I'm talking about. 34, 35, 32-year-old women saying, I want to play video games for the rest of my life. Oh my God, what a sad, miserable fucking experience you have. And then you have people like, oh dude, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you hating on these people? Because they're wasting their fucking life. Are you telling me that I'm a bad guy because I tell an alcoholic to stop fucking drinking? I'm sorry it's not what they want to hear, but unfortunately it's what's best for them. And while all these people waste their fucking life, waste their eggs inside their body, having fun and playing video games and being a whore, fucking random men, they're wasting time where they could be finding that one true person to spend the rest of their life with and have a happy, beautiful family with. I'm sorry. I'm not the bad guy for letting these people know, congratulations, you're wasting your fucking life. Straight up. And you're not going to make me feel like I'm a bad guy. And I don't care how many OnlyFans sluts tell me, well, let them do what they want. Okay, great. Yes, enjoy all the marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamines, and alcohol. Have fun. Oh, yes, now I'm the good guy because I'm an enabler. Jesus fucking Christ. I really hate how we live in this world where people think, and I've talked about this so much before, people think you're a good guy if you tell people what they want to hear. I'm sorry, the good people are going to be the ones who tell you what you fucking need to hear. And that's the bottom fucking line. Enjoy wasting your fucking life, but I promise you, when you're 50 and you realize all that shit did was kill your fucking liver and leave you with 50,000 burnt bridges with men you never cared about, you'll think, damn, maybe I shouldn't have played so much Valorant. There's so many streamers that I just have pity for because they think they're happy, they think they're successful because their numbers are going up and they're playing all these games, but when all of that fades, they'll realize what they've built up. And all that is a massive pile of money that will be useful for nothing when they can't find a single partner because they're so self-obsessed, nobody wants to fucking deal with them besides their fucking schizos who are probably going to kill them in their fucking sleep. Sorry, guys. You know, I really enjoy being that guy. But that's the truth. There's so much poison in the woman's mind. Yeah, having kids is bad. Having a guy who wants to take care of you and let you know what the right thing to do is bad. Like, oh my fucking God. The idea of listening to a man is like the equivalent of them putting a fucking shotgun in their fucking mouth. Like, it's really that bad. Like, for real. Is it really so bad to find a guy who will devote himself to you and make sure that he will protect you? And I'm sorry, there's a lot of women who do need protecting. They do. It's a fucking dangerous world. It is. We already see what happens on the fucking buses and subways. It's fucking bad. Okay? It is. But the idea that having a man who loves you and respects you and will do anything for you and will guide you when you need guidance is such a horrible thing. It's like, are we really going to act like that's terrible? And fellas, I do want to let you know, you should also respect your wife. You should also respect your partner. Obviously, oh God, I feel gay calling it partner. Jesus Christ. Your wife. You should. A relationship is about balance. A relationship is about being able to respect each other. Just like a woman should be able to obey her husband, a husband should also be able to obey the wife and make sure that it is a good, healthy, functioning relationship. Have your roles. Personally, I prefer the roles of me being a caretaker and my partner being taking care of the home and the kids and the pets. I think that's great. However, you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's just the type of man that I like to be. I like being a provider. I like being a worker. I like being a protector. I like being a nurturer. Yeah, I think it's great. Obviously, every relationship is different. That's just one that I enjoy. But ladies, it's okay to be a housewife. I know there's a lot, and I get this message a lot, actually. I mean this genuinely. And I can post a compilation of this on Twitter of how many women reach out to me and they say, thank you for praising the housewife style. There are so many women who have been brainwashed to think that just being a good, obedient wife, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, and taking care of the husband is some like, oh my God, you're such a slave. No, it's a beautiful thing. It is one of the most useful things that any man can have is let your man go out into the wild, bring home the food, bring home the supplies, bring home the bread, while your wife is out there taking care of the house, big smiles, hugs, kisses, passionate sex, and, making sure everything runs smooth at home. It's a great life. It really is. It's a perfect balance. And I feel so horrible for the rise of the girl bosses who are going to realize that the biggest mistake that they're making is just villainizing anybody who wants to love and take care of them. It's embarrassing. It is, and I do think influencers like Pokimane and Co. are largely to blame for a lot of this rise and that mentality of we don't need no man. And the worst part is, do you want to know why so many of these content creators are in this scenario where they say you don't need any man, I don't need no man? It's because they all have a man. It's because they're all in relationships. And they understand that if they were to go public with that relationship, all of their Simpson gooners wouldn't launch their content anymore and would fill their DMs with death threats saying, oh my God, you cheated on me. That's the bottom line. And if you want to disagree with me, you can, but you're wrong. Every single one of these people is in a relationship. They are, guys. They are. They're going to tell you that they're not, but it's crazy how many secret relationships we found out recently. Why do you think that is? They just lie to you. That's what they do because they see you as a dollar sign and they understand that if they were to be truthful in any way whatsoever, whether that's their relationship status or even worse, their politics, they would lose your financial support. Guys, I'm going to tell you something that you need to hear. Just because you tier 3 sub to a girl on the internet doesn't mean that you're dating them. Well, there is one. There was a VTuber who was flying out their tier 3s and having sex with them, and that was just wild. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. But I could, but I won't. I could, but I won't. Shit's crazy in the streaming world, and it feels great going from being in that environment to saying, you know what? I'm good. Never meet your heroes. Besides a couple. There's a couple good ones out there. I would shout them out, but I'll be calling a glazer again. But I do love the people who have been good to me. And man, I promise you, when I come back to streaming very soon, there's going to be a lot to talk about. Especially all these people who sure do talk a lot because they think I'm not coming back. Y'all have been drama-free for a while, but I can't wait to take the mask off of all these wholesome creators that just live a lie. There's a lot of people who are very afraid of me right now because they understand that I don't want to partake in that lifestyle anymore. I don't want to partake in that environment. I don't want to partake in that circle anymore. I have no desire. I've seen it. And it's all glitz and glam and it's all fucking fake. I don't need that shit. I don't want that shit. And man, I no longer have any shackles binding me for talking about it. To quote a miserable man, it's demon time. Oh, Flip's fucking hair. Oh, it's demon time, guys. Oh, it's the omnibus. What the fuck's it called? The Omnitrix Ben 10. Life's good. Thanks for listening. Did I say anything cool? I don't know. Yeah, I love doing these things. See y'all later. Bye-bye.